Greetings, I'm John Phillips, and this is Up or Down. What's really at the heart of football? Is it possible it's not the game at all? And are you an informed voter? All of this and more will be judged with a thumbs up or a thumbs down by our panel. They're Washington Times columnist and radio talk show host Tammy Bruce and PJTV contributor Michelle Fields. As you can see, both of them have their thumbs ready to go, so let's get started. The city of Seattle wants to recognize that Christopher Columbus didn't actually discover America, that a whole civilization of people were already here. So the city council has voted unanimously, not one dissenting vote, unanimously, to change the name of Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day. Go ahead and get to the bakery and buy a cake. So up or down, should Christopher Columbus be honored with a holiday? Tammy Bruce.
Oh, well, yes. I'm Italian. And so I'm obviously a big fan of Christopher Columbus. And as we know, historically, what matters is, look, you can like stumble over something and then keep going, or you can really discover it. And by the way, there are no indigenous people here, unless this was the Garden of Eden. There are the people here who are the Indians, you know.
They came over from the Bering Strait.
Yeah, it walked over, the boat guys from Fiji. So let's be honest here about what we're talking about. And this is, look, it's the European culture that's made this nation great. It needs to be honored, should be. And without Italians, you wouldn't have Maria Bartiromo or me or Sophia Loren. So, yes.
Another meatball for the holiday. How about you, Michelle?
I'm going to agree with Tammy. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Keep it Christopher Columbus Day. This is just them trying to be politically correct. Keep it Christopher Columbus Day.
You know what's interesting is every time they would make noises about doing this here in the city of Los Angeles, there was a guy, a longtime Democratic political consultant by the name of Joe Sorrell, who is a very proud Italian American.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever they think about doing it, he ran, by the way, probably half of their campaigns, if not more. Mm-hmm. And so they'd start making noises about doing something like this here. And he would show up to the council meeting, not as a political consultant, but as a constituent. And he would get up and give a speech, just like any citizen of Los Angeles could, and just dress them down for taking away this holiday or threatening to take away this holiday.
Yeah, historically.
Unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
Look, this is part of, it's not even really about Christopher Columbus or indigenous people. This is about, cutting away at America's history and cutting away at our heroes. Look, it's not like the Apaches were landing on the shores of Spain. And there's a big difference when that's not the case.
All right, moving on to topic number 2. Sandra Price looked like any other user on Facebook, but it turned out that she really wasn't a user at all. The woman in her 20s posted status updates and pictures of herself to the social media site, but, and it's the size of Kirstie Alley's, BuzzFeed uncovered that it was really a federal drug enforcement officer using the page as a way to discover evidence against others in a drug ring. Sandra Price had been arrested in 2010 for being limitedly involved with the drug group, and they had confiscated her cell phone. So the officer was impersonating her, even Facebooking the photos on her phone. So up or down, have we gone off the deep end when it comes to internet privacy? Tammy Bruce.
Yeah, this is outrageous. It's identity theft. It's identity theft. You don't get to use the stuff you've taken from someone, even in a court situation, unless you're dealing with illegal substance like drugs, but even then you don't get to use it.
What about
this is outrageous.
When they pose as children to catch child molesters and they put pictures up of children?
Well, but you're looking at using the person's face, an identity, their own pictures. It's not like you're using somebody's own child that you've then taken against their will, that identity and those photographs. You can even cooperate and say, hey, use my pictures. Let's get those bad guys. But this is a sign of the government feeling it now can do whatever it wants. There are no privacy limitations, and you don't matter. This is just one more symptom of a very troubling dynamic that we're facing.
I've got a feeling that Michelle's going to agree with you here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Thumbs down. I do think this is government overreach to take this identity and completely take it on. Uploading pictures from the cell phone, that's a little bit too much. It's an invasion of privacy.
On to topic number 3, the speaker and headphones company Bose is a sponsor of the National Football League. So the NFL banned players, coaches, and staff from using non-Bose headphones from the pregame until 90 minutes after. Well, the popular headphone brand Beats claims that this is unfair, saying that Beats are part of the DNA of the NFL, with so many players wearing them. The Apple-owned brand says not listening to music on a pair of Beats could be detrimental to the player's performance.
Ridiculous.
So up or down, does the brand of headphones someone uses change their outcome for the day? Tammy Bruce.
No. And look, I'm sure that they've paid players some kind of ad fee to use the Beats headphones. The fact is that Bose beat them to it for the NFL in general. And it's a ridiculous claim. It's absurd. And if they want to compete at that level, then buy the access. Right now, it seems like a social thing where they're complaining that they're entitled to something where they're not. They got beat out by Bose, and they have to just live with it. By the way, of course, now this is an Apple issue because Apple bought Beats.
Sure. Well, Gatorade is a sponsor of the NFL, so you see the big jugs of Gatorade there.
Sure
so if you
do.
want to drink Powerade, you're going to upset them.
Yeah.
Disneyland is a sponsor, so when the Super Bowl's over, someone says, I'm going to Disneyland. So if you want to go to Knott's Berry Farm, keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Seems to be how it works. Michelle, do you agree?
Yeah, I think the excuse that they're going to somehow not perform as well because they don't have their Beats is kind of ridiculous. If Beats really wanted all of these players to wear them, then they should have beat the other company and to the punch and struck a deal with NFL. I mean, this is their loss. I don't think it's going to affect players' performance.
There's one thing that you can't forget when you talk about the NFL. You're not just talking about professional athletics, you're not just talking about a sport, you're talking about a TV show. In fact, you're talking about the most watched TV show in the country. And one of the things that you do to make money on a TV show is you sell advertising.
Yeah, you do. And Beats probably got surprised with the rule that they figured they were going to go around the major sponsorship dynamic by having individual players use their headphones. And they got out organized. So congratulations to Bose.
All right, on to the final topic. Vice President Joe Biden came to our city, Los Angeles, this week, and TV show host Jimmy Kimmel thought it was odd that so many roads would be blocked and that security would be so high, especially because nobody knows who Joe Biden is. Nobody, except for Tammy Bruce. So Jimmy sent out one of his staffers to Hollywood Boulevard to ask passerbys if they knew who the heck he was. Here's what happened.
Who is Joe Biden?
I have no idea.
Do you want to take a guess?
A man.
Joe Biden, I don't know, terrorist group, like not terrorist.
Do you know who our vice president is?
No, I don't.
You want to take a guess?
Condoleezza Rice?
Joe Biden. Is he a movie star?
I don't know. The guy, Joe Biden, he is a Republican and he's going to be president soon, I'm assuming.
Do you think he's someone who would be a friend of Obama's?
No, he looks like he probably would oppose things Obama's doing
come?
it with. I'm basically going off skin color right now, to be honest with you. I have heard them bashing him and saying that he's not supporting the Democratic Party or whatever like that.
So up or down, does it worry you that these people might actually vote? Tammy Bruce.
It does worry me. We're reaping the results of the uninformed voter voting. But I do like that last guy figured that the Republicans were going to be winning in 2016. So something's good.
Michelle, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs, I don't know how to do this. Thumbs down that people are so uninformed. It's kind of frightening and sad that these people are going to be voting. But I'm not surprised. I mean, this is Hollywood Boulevard. If you go to Hollywood Boulevard, it's usually the weirdest people or just random tourists an international tourists. So I'm not that surprised.
All right, I'm going to get on my soapbox here. You're a political science major. I'm a political science major.
No.
Michelle, what was your undergraduate degree in?
Political science.
Okay, so it's
yay!
3 political science people here. Here's the problem. When you graduate from high school in the state of California, you only have to take 1 semester of government. It's the last semester of your high school career. You're a senior. You've already been accepted to your college. You're checked out mentally from what's going on at school. So you're half paying attention if you're showing up at all. In Canada, they require 4 years, of political science, and they require it in junior high, so I guess you could say 5 too. But why do we expect them to know these answers if we're not teaching it to them.
But
we also do one semester of economics, so it's no wonder everyone's getting foreclosed
But this
on.
isn't even about, you don't need to have gone to college to know who the vice president is. But this gives everybody watching this program and all of us a little bit of a wake-up call. We think it's normal to know all the players and to know the ins and outs. And thank goodness we're doing it. Thank goodness the PJ subscribers are here involved. It tells all of us that we are worth like 10,000 other people who really don't have any idea of what's going on.
But their vote counts just as much as yours.
Well, it does. And this is where partly what we need to be able to do in our own community is educate people, is get out there, whether it's with talk radio or on your blog or with your the PTA,
your
or
Facebook
with,
page,
the Facebook page, or at your local pub. Don't presume everybody knows what you know because you are watching the news. We are a self-selected group of people, not just us here in front of the camera, but everybody who makes this programming possible. That reminds you of the importance. But remember, those people also. And this is what made a difference for Obama, sometimes don't vote. Look at the voting rate in this country. It is so low because people are not engaged. Obama brought that up through, of course, not hope and change, but lies and BS. And so they got excited, and they've now been, betrayed. Those people are not going to be the ones that come out for this midterm, and I don't think they're going to go out for the Democrats in 2016 either.
Well, we wanted to make sure our fans on Facebook were more informed voters than the ones in the Jimmy Kimmel video. So we posted our own civics test to Facebook, and here's what our results were.
Ooh.
33%, a full 30, you got an A. Good job.
All right.
39% got a B. All right,
Not
that's
bad.
passing. That's better than the Hollywood Boulevard crowd. 22% got a C. That's passing.
Yeah.
5% if you got a D, you need to watch more PJTV. 1% failed. Shame on you.
Those are probably the little kids of the PJTV subscribers who maybe got in there and
But even they should
Hopefully.
do better than that.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
they have, every once in a while, they'll take in a PJTV video.
We'll have to add into their knowledge, right, Michelle?
Yes, exactly.
All right. That's going to do it for today's show. You can continue to take our civics test on our Facebook page. And let's get some more A's and B's. How about that?
Yeah.
And you could like us on Facebook while you're there at facebook.com/PJTV. We'll have questions there that could be featured on next week's show. Your answers, that is, could be featured. I'm John Phillips for Tammy Bruce and Michelle Fields. Thanks so much for watching and have a great weekend.